Hello everyone. So hopefully we're live. We had some opportunity there with one of our hosts. If anybody uses Restream.io, let me know how that's working out for you. It didn't work out for us tonight. It usually does. But sorry about that. We are back. Let's see. Boom. So welcome. I'm going to go through real quick announcements. Not a ton. We just want to get into the gaming. We always want to mention our new followers. So our new followers over the last week while we're not live, we had Saber2Gecko. Thank you very much. And Ninja Bear 0023. So that's pretty dope. So thank you so much for doing that, guys. Thanks for following. Subscribe if you want. Check out all of our goodies, t-shirts and all that good stuff too. So make sure, sponsors, we always want to give them a shout out because we give out stuff from them. Arknight, we're always giving out some goodies from them, digital downloads and those types of things. Ambient Realms, where we get kind of our sound effects and those kind of things. And I know I'm rushing through it. I just want to, we're about 10 minutes behind and I just want to get back into it. But here, let's do this. Yeah, so you can at least hear some of the stuff that goes on. Yeah, some of my favorites. So those are some of my favorites from Ambient Realms. So make sure and check them out also. They are big supporters of our stream ever since like day one when we decided to go on Twitch. So let's get to. There's also something I want to bring up. Oh, hopefully the table tokens are working. I've been working on those, trying to get them up and back working. So let us know if they are. If they're not, I'll keep working on it and try to figure it out. So let's put them on everybody here so we can see everybody's beautiful faces. And what I will do is I'll give it right over to Michael because it's his show. What?
All right, hello, and welcome to Generation Hero, the epic superhero saga that takes you through the entirety of comic book history, one issue at a time. This is episode 3 of our Bronze Age arc, Battle for the Bronze. This issue is entitled Blacked Out, which you will soon see why. But first, let's meet some of our heroes. We've got the original 4 that have been with us through this Bronze Age arc, as well as one sort of new face. So let's we'll save him for last. Let's start with Marvin playing Braveblade. So tell me who you are, remind the viewers who you are, who your hero is, what their powers are, what their vibe is, and kind of what's going on with them at the moment.
Right, so I'm Marvin, and I'm playing the reformed hero Braveblade, formerly known as the Secret King. Kid found a magic sword and thought himself he could rule an entire city, which he did for several years, until he decided this just wasn't what he wanted to do. And now he's working as a hero for the SOS. And currently, his sword is just giving him weird vibes right now.
Oh, absolutely. It's that sword. It's a temptation for sure. After that is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I am playing the doomed hero Strangel, who is now also going by Strange Wolf because she accidentally absorbed werewolf essence in the last game, and now she's a horrible demon werewolf. What's the difference between a demon werewolf and a regular werewolf? Well, for one, she's got 4 arms rather than just 2 arms. She has a barbed tail, and she's still a little demony. Oh, she has a forked tongue also. So, demon werewolf combo. Oh, and 6 glowing red eyes. Like a spider.
Not your average werewolf.
Yeah, she's not your average werewolf, hence Strange Wolf. Last game we left off with her being exposed to psychedelic drugs because that's apparently a theme with my character.
I suppose so.
Yeah. And I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, it's time.
But yeah, so she was exposed to some psychedelic drugs. So what's happening?
Yeah, you guys, what is so funny? Would you like to share it with the class, Mr. Cooper?
Yes. Unlike what the stream says, I am not Venus.
Apparently, I'm Furious Tiger.
Oh, okay. I'm sure Scooper will take care of that. We got some confusion there. We'll fix it up.
I was like,
That's
was
why
I
we're
saying
laughing.
something really funny?
Yeah, I think it's the title got it switched
Oh, I
up.
see it now.
Yeah, that's it's all right. Technical difficulties.
All right.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah, so at any rate, so right now she's a horrible werewolf monster. And she's with Venus at the moment, or Furious Tiger. I don't know how it's labeled.
It is with Venus. No matter what the label says, with Venus. I'll do a quick recap of what happened at the end of the last episode because it's been a week or so.
Okay.
So after that, we have Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick. I don't know which camera to look at anymore, so whatever.
That one.
Is that one? Okay. Cool. So, yeah, I am once again bringing back Tai Kongjia, aka Furious Tiger. He's back in his usual stuff. Unlike the last episode where he was in his former monk regalia for the wedding, he's now back in his street clothes. And I believe last time sort of gained a friendly rival in Brave Blade.
Oh, that who can kill the most robot contest? I
Yes,
think
that
was part of it. Yeah.
I think it ended in a draw, didn't it?
I think you won actually.
I did.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Healthy sets of competition.
I mean, it was a friendly competition.
It was a friendly competition.
For sure.
That I won.
I will take the high road as I have been taught.
And after that, joining Strangel being captured is Venus.
Hi, I'm
Temporarily, of
Lucy.
course.
I play Venus. She is an outsider. So she was just a normal human up until she was 18, and then all of a sudden her hair turned a luxurious red, and she found out that she could control people using her pheromones, and also that she has deadly touch, which is why she has on these gloves until she wants to actually really kill some people. Before helping out with this group, she was just kind of doing her own thing. She was finding just abusive people and corrupt people and just seducing them and then killing them. So, greater good and all.
Ooh.
Yeah, I never really went into my powers because there was the whole giggling thing.
There was the werewolf thing.
Yeah.
Well, beyond the werewolf thing,
Oh.
we didn't talk at all about what she actually is. But I guess we can go into that with her brother.
Yeah. And her brother, Cygnus, is joining us, played by Michael.
Hi, I'm Mike, or Michael, whichever one. Anyway, I'm all playing out of the joined playbook, and I'll be playing Cygnus, whose real name is a low rumble that I cannot replicate, but you'd feel it in your gut if I could, as opposed to the shriek of 1,000 dying stars. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Which I can make that noise, but you don't want to hear.
Yeah, let's not do that one. Ooh, my poor
go back to
ears.
episode 1 if you want to hear
Yeah, but we have the same dad and the same mom. Our dad is an intergalactic creature, which mortals would call a demon. And our mother alters time.
that. Yes. So I am playing out of the joined playbook, which is also teamed up with us, with Strangel's Doomed playbook. And we have several of the same powers and a few separate ones. And
Sort of a partnership, sibling kind of relationship there.
well, yes, they're siblings.
And we're actually going to start with Strangel. So,
Okay.
last time you guys were invited to a wedding. Some longtime SOS members, SOS founder, the Sky Dancer, and Professor Diesel were tying the knot. It was a pretty good wedding, except for the part where a bunch of supervillains attacked. A hijacked Meteor Marshal command comet crashed into SOS headquarters, partially destroying it. But that was really just a distraction because while the villains were attacking, a nasty street gang, drug gang called the Momrath, led by a weird individual known as Jabberwocky, sort of a cult leader, burst in and stole something called the Demon's Eye, a strange artifact, a mirror that can connect our realm with Paragon the Arbiter and allow communication between us and the demon. In the ensuing fray, the Demon's Eye was stolen. Strangel teleported in to where it was, bringing bringing Venus with her.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they teleported straight into Wonderland, this mysterious base of Jabberwocky. They found him sitting on a mushroom, smoking a hookah, and he breathed some of that smoke into their faces. That smoke was the gaseous form of White Rabbit, the drug that Jabberwocky and his gang, his cult, mass-produced and spread throughout the city. And that drug works its way into both of your veins, and you are both taken away from the world as you know it. And you're tripping pretty bad, and it's a bad trip for sure. Yeah, you're not even in the same room anymore. We'll get to what you experienced, Venus, but it's going to be pretty bad. Meanwhile, Strangel, you get this sensation of losing your body, floating up in the air, leaving this room, leaving the city, going skyward into the night sky, into darkness, into the space between the stars. And you are taken, this could be a hallucination, but you're getting the feeling that it's not.
Yeah.
You're taken way, way out there until you are facing your father, Paragon. If you can you describe what he looks like?
Paragon is a hooded figure whose face constantly shifts. It's sort of... He's almost like looking at one of those magic eye pictures and like deciphering his form. So there's... Like, she can comprehend him better than a human can, but to look into his face is to look into pure insanity.
Ooh. And are you keeping your eyes averted, or are you giving him a...
I mean, I'm looking because I can, but if like a mortal mind was tried to look at him, they would probably go insane.
That makes sense.
Like, for anybody that's not me or Cygnus or one of his other children, it would be like taking a powerful blow just to look at his face.
Oh, for sure.
So, most of his form is shrouded.
So you are in, as you're gazing upon him, he's just kind of like floating around the void. There's like stars blazing, burning. It's a weird cosmic mismatch. Pretty hard to get your bearings.
Yeah.
And he's sort of everywhere at once facing you, and you can hear his voice forcing itself into words or thoughts that are burned into your brain, and somehow he's sort of communicating with you.
Right.
And the communication is just, daughter.
So am I still a wolfy thing at this point, or is that over because I'm tripping?
Well, let's see. Well, I'll kind of leave it up to you, because it's not really, it's sort of you, but it's also kind of your consciousness that you're sort of astrally projecting.
Oh, okay. If it was my consciousness, it would just be her then.
Yeah. Okay. So it is kind of just her.
Yeah.
So what do you say to him as this daughter is blaring into you?
Father, the earth is not yet prepared for you. They have yet to make their choice.
He says, I think they're making their choice. I think they will make their choice very shortly. And I think if you look at what they've done recently, you'll find they have. Tell me, are you comfortable here?
In the space between the stars?
Mm-hmm.
It's most of what I've ever known.
I think I'll change things. Make things a little bit more comfortable for you. Or at least for what you've been through lately. And suddenly, you're not in this weird, nightmarish shadow realm. You are in a 1950s suburban house.
Okay.
And you're like right there on the lawn. There's a white picket fence. Nice looking house right across from you. And there in the doorway is Paragon.
Okay.
He's still got that weird hood with the massy, crazy
Yeah.
shape,
But he's wearing like nice sweater vest and like a tie and like khakis, and he's got like a pipe.
He can probably make himself come into focus if he
A little bit. I mean, he's sort of looking like got that nice dad look, but it's still, if you look at it too long, you can realize it's like the shifting around, starting to melt a bit. Same with the whole world. Like he's he maybe watched some Leave It to Beaver and is trying to replicate that, but it's not the best. And he's like, my daughter, come here.
Okay, I go to him.
And he gives you a kind of an awkward hug. And he's like, I got a special treat for you. And he leads you inside. Guess who's here? Your brother.
Oh, Sai.
Hey,
I'm
Star.
so happy to see you.
Audience reaction.
Yeah, there's like some laughter, some clapping from an unseen sitcom audience. And you are in Cygnus. Is it Cygnus or Cygnus?
It's Cygnus, but we go at pet days.
Ah, cool. That makes a lot of sense. So what do you actually look like? And then we might describe how you look in this weird vision, this illusion that he's conjured up for you guys.
Well, in the weird vision, I would assume he would look just like a 1950s young strapping lad.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too.
In reality, he dresses. He's very kind of skinny and lanky, but still, you can just tell by looking at him that he's not just skin and bones. But he wears a lot of heavy clothing because that's how he feels he's most comfortable. I could not wear that attire because it's too hot for that.
Yeah, that
But
makes sense. Costumes are
he would
appreciated,
be
not
wearing
required.
Like a vest, and on top of that, a hoodie, and then a beanie and a jacket, probably all on top of that, just so to make himself appear bigger than he was.
All right.
I'd imagine in this, like, Leave It to Beaver world, I'm wearing, like, a sweater and a poodle skirt, but the poodle's like the skeleton of a poodle.
Sure, absolutely. So,
And I'd be wearing high waters, of course.
Oh, yep. So,
Not overalls, but
So, Daddy Paragon pops onto the couch, and he's like gets bigger so you can both fit his knees. And he's like, "Come over and sit on Daddy's knees, and I'll tell you how I'm gonna take control of the Earth."
Oh, I'll sit on me. Dad, when do you think Mom's gonna get home?
We'll talk about that. And that's where we're gonna cut away from you guys. He when he says "Mom," the illusion messes up a little bit. And his face starts to swirl. That causes some consternation. And leave it to Cygnus or whatever. Cuts it to commercial. So, Venus, we're gonna get back to you in just a second. But after that, we're gonna go to you two are setting out into the city, and your goal is to find the Demon's Eye and your two friends who disappeared.
Oh yeah.
And you suspect. I mean, you're kind of not sure. Would you be able to deduce that Strangel teleported into the lair of Jabberwocky, or do you just think
She probably teleported somewhere.
You
just
saw
don't
her
know.
teleport away.
Yeah.
Because you remember she grabbed Venus and said, "I don't like to fight alone," and then teleported away.
Yeah. We don't know where.
You don't know where, but your job is to find out where Jabberwocky's headquarters are and bring back the Demon's Eye. You know it's somewhere in Butchertown. Where do you start looking?
I think I might know a guy. I'm gonna use one of my connections, the Friends in Low Places.
Uh-huh.
Gonna contact the Pigeon Prince.
Ooh. Okay. So you head over. You probably just give him a ring from a payphone, and you meet him kind of like as you head into Butchertown. You guys pop into a little bar, sort of overlooking the street, and you go in there, and Pigeon Prince is there. His giant bird allies are not to be found, but he's there in his usual pigeon regalia, sipping a beer, and he's like, "Ah, the secret king and his fast fist-using friend, please enter. All birds are welcome in my nest."
He's a cat, though.
Yeah. I tend to eat your kind. But we'll leave it at that.
Indeed. Tell me, how can the Pigeon Prince help an old friend?
We need information. We need to know where Jabberwocky's hideout is.
He says, "I believe the Momrath gang occupies some sort of abandoned warehouse areas towards the center of Butchertown. But they have an empire that stretches perhaps below the city as well. The skies, they belong to my kind, but the underground belongs to the Jabberwocky. I'd be very careful when planning my attack. In fact, Jabberwocky is one of the more powerful crime lords in the city. If you're going after him, there is very little that can happen that can make your job more difficult." And as he's saying this, all the lights in the bar go off.
Ah, crap.
Also across the street, all the lights have gone off, and the street lights are off. And the entire Butcher Town, in fact, the whole city, is plunged into darkness.
Someone forget to pay a bill or something?
Apparently.
Pigeon Prince says, Well, the city does use an awful lot of electricity. You know, it's very important that we reuse and we save electricity, turn off lights, avoid leaving on energy to protect the environment. We've only got one planet, you know, and we must share it with the pigeons.
Just have to turn environmental.
Yeah, big environmentalist the pigeon prince.
By the way. Just
And as this blackout hits, people start to realize what's going on. Like, chaos starts to follow. Because there's really nobody can kind of see what's going on. Sort of crowds start forming, windows start getting smashed. People can just kind of take what they want. There's no alarms anymore. You can hear sirens blaring like over and over again, but there's only so much the police can do. And in fact, as you are sitting in this bar, you can hear a fracas going down the street. Some sort of punch 'em up. Is that the right term? A scuffle, some punching,
Yes.
a fight is occurring not too far from your bar.
okay.
Uh-oh.
So what are you guys going to do about this?
Probably find out what's going on.
I mean,
Okay.
we have another mission to do, so
Yeah.
Well,
I
as you
mean-
guys kind of, so you want to ignore this, or?
I mean, I advocate we go after the bigger prey.
Well, let me tell you what's occurring. You can decide if you want to ignore it. So outside the Ice Kings, that gang of frost wielding, ice powered sort of street goons is throwing down against Sticky Fingers, the Gumlander who you fought and defeated in that underground fighting ring in Disco Pharaoh's tournament. And right now they caught him alone, and they are like he's gum spread out. They're just like stomping on him. Blizzwiz is just like ramming his spiked boots down, and he's becoming just a flat, gummy puddle. He's a big flat thing of gum. He's not gonna last too long if you don't save him.
Well, I suppose we should. And we are heroes after all.
That is true.
That's the spirit. Generation Hero, I guess we'll say. Right?
I mean, that was the motto of our last
Yeah.
group, so-
Yeah,
It's a theme.
sure. Reluctant heroes.
I mean, the two of us that are really into heroing this time out are tripping somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to what Venus is experiencing, which is also not the greatest for her. So, what do you guys do to take to stop this? Right now, their back is to you. They're too busy just pulverizing this guy. Blizzwiz is like, chew this gummy freak up.
Alright. I'm gonna point my sword to the back of his head.
Whoa. So you just walk up and put the sword to him? Okay.
So, I'm gonna give you one chance. Back away before I stick this through you.
Woof. Okay. This would be provoke unless you have a move or something you want to use here. Remember, I mean, he's freaked out, but his gang, there's a bunch of them. There's maybe like a dozen Ice Kings.
Well, could I actually take a few out before, like, as he's doing this?
Oh, okay. I can say that. Yeah. Give me directly engaged against this gang here.
Potential 6.
Okay. You're running potential. What do you think messes you up?
Well, it's dark.
Oh, for sure. And you just, I mean, even though you got amazing kung fu powers and you're kind of superhuman, you're not quite able to land those punches against this. Yeah, no. Unlike 90% of D&D characters, you do not have dark vision.
So you're just wailing right past him? It's like...
Yeah, I mean, you still take a few, maybe you take 2 or 3 of them out, but it's not the victory you needed. So you managed to get behind Blizzwiz, but his gang is still with him.
Oh boy.
So you're gonna go for provoke or something else?
Take out the leader.
All right. Well, provoke is like you want to scare him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So scare him.
All right.
Nice. 10.
Ooh, pretty good. Okay, he's gonna do what you want. So that means he can. He's gonna stumble. He's gonna be afraid of you. Take +1 against him.
And I believe in our first episode we did defeat these guys beforehand.
Oh,
And
yeah.
once before.
That's true. So he remembers. He knows you're a tough customer. You can get a critical opportunity for you or your friend, or he could overreact, and you can get influence over him. You're so scary with that sword that like he just wants to. He doesn't want to serve you, but he's getting a little. You know, he realizes you might be the one. You might be the boss.
What do you say? Can we use these guys to get the Jabberwocky?
Possibly.
Well, it's only. I mean, you get the +1 towards him, but it still might. You roll low. He's still not going to totally do what you want.
All right. Still, I got the sword.
Okay.
You guys want a job?
He's like, man, how much you put that sword down?
Nah, I think I'm gonna keep it out.
How about this? We either give you this job that we have, or we just beat the shit out of you.
And or stab you.
All right, what's the job?
We're going to find Jabberwocky.
Ooh.
And we need as much backup as we can.
No, I don't. I'm not messing with that cat, man. He's scary.
The question is he more scary than we are?
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna have you roll provoke.
Right.
This might put him over the edge. He's like, you ain't so scary, man.
You've
If
punctuated.
your buddy didn't have a sword on me,
Fighting or something.
your buddy didn't have a sword on me, I'd cool your jets in just about a second. In fact, I might do it anyway. Even though you got the sword, he kind of goes patow, and an icy blast hits you. You're taking a powerful blow.
That's better.
Okay.
Hey,
Four.
and you get to mark potential again.
Nice. All right. So how do you avoid this blast of this like ice crystal hitting towards you?
So I think like what he does is really obvious for me because it's me. So I think I sort of really quickly before he actually gets anything off, just sort of duck under him and sort of force the beam up.
Ooh, nice. So that icicle shoots skyward. All right, Graveblade, what are you doing?
I take that as an opportunity to put the sword right to his neck. I'm not gonna ask again. Do
Oof.
what we tell you. Or else.
All right. Going after the Jabberwocky? What if I like took you there, and that's it?
Better, but I think we could do more.
Can you get us into the building?
Yeah, I'd say so. Hey, BlizzWiz is one cool cat.
We'll see.
So as you're heading off, Sticky Fingers pokes his flattened face back up, and he's like, Tiger,
Yeah.
there's someone looking for you, man.
Looking for me. Do you have a name?
I think they're from your homeland. I don't know, a whole bunch of people like you, but their leader wasn't like you at all, man. He was real big, strong, scary, hairy.
Gary.
His name was Gary. No, his name's not Gary. You better lay low, man. They're coming for you.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep a lookout.
He gives you a flattened thumbs up as you walk by. Okay, so you're heading off in the city
Okay,
with
so-
the Ice Kings leading you. Mm-hmm.
Like, me personally, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm sure Tiger has some idea of who these
That's
people
right.
are.
Well, remember,
Like, besides the fact that like some of the people from the Ghost Division left with me, I have no idea who.
all right. Well, just remember that the Ghost Division wasn't the only super soldier warrior program that the North Vietnamese had in the war. And also, you may or may not know this individual who's coming after you. The hairy thing might tip you off a little bit. The scary thing might as well. But just, but be aware that you used that bull move, the moment of truth, last time. And
That's true, I did.
that tipped off to the world to where you are.
That is true.
So you might have been able to lay low before, but now they definitely know where you are.
Right.
Alright, so as you guys are heading off to the city, led by, in the firm hands of BlizzWiz, guiding you, we're cutting back to Venus. She inhaled a whole bunch of White Rabbit, just like Strangel did. But instead of going out of her body and going back into. Oh, sorry, something fell down the back. Instead of going into space, you go sort of back in time. And you are going back, you're kind of falling into your memories. And you are now back in the apartment when you were younger. So tell me, what was Venus's, before she became Venus, when she was a younger girl, when she was like maybe elementary school age, middle school age, what was her home life like? 'Cause I think it wasn't a very good one.
It was not great. So she lived with her really abusive parents. I think this is, so this particular memory was when she was 3. And this is the day that her mom killed her dad. So she's under the kitchen table, and she's playing with like a block of wood because that's all she had.
Oh man.
And she just sees this red liquid come near the table, and then she looks up, and her mom goes. Her mom is like this really haggard-looking woman.
Sure.
Who has, like, she actually doesn't have an arm. And she goes, "Okay, baby girl, we have to go." And, yeah.
All right, so you were in this sort of memory, and it's kind of like your mom's kind of reaches down to take your hand, get you away from there. And you've been here before. You're not in the 3-year-old mind. Somehow, you sort of know this is a hallucination, an illusion, but you're still kind of trapped here. So your mom reaches to take your hand. What do?
I slap it away. Because in my mind, she's no longer her, but she's transforming into this, like, completely armless thing. Instead of, like, a head, it's just, like, jaws.
Whoa, okay. All right, so those teeth are facing you, and this transformation of your mother, who, even though she is a murderer, she is your mother, is so alarming. You're going to take a powerful blow, and we'll see how well you sustain this.
All right. Nope. I take a powerful blow.
Oof. All right. How'd you roll there?
A 10.
Oh, well, it was very powerful.
Yeah, it was powerful.
All right. So which ones are you taking?
I guess I lose control of myself. So I guess I release like a bunch of pheromones and mind blasts, like in all directions, like in my physical form.
Okay. Actually, Strangel, somehow you're not, because your mind is kind of elsewhere, you're not taking this.
Oh.
But maybe some other people around you might be. And what happens next is the illusion starts to change, and your apartment kind of starts to fall apart. It starts to get a lot. It looks decrepit. It looks kind of like it's a haunted house right now. Everything it's as if it's been abandoned for years. Just dust everywhere, cobwebs, and the walls are starting to crash apart. Your mom is gone. But now you can hear her voice coming from the walls, the furniture, just everywhere in this room. Being like, "Take my hand, darling, we gotta go. We gotta go, honey, just hold on. I'm gonna keep you safe. Just hold on a little bit longer. Hold on to me." So what do you do?
Oh, gosh. She's gonna, well, this was an old house, right? So she's gonna crawl under the table.
Ooh.
Which I guess is a strong table because it's been a long time. And
Well, I mean, it's all an illusion. So.
yeah, I guess. So she's gonna crawl on the table.
Yeah.
And she's gonna like just sit there. And like her foot is tapping on the ground, but it sounds kind of hollow. Like there's like an empty space underneath the table.
All right, and in that empty space, as you press on it, it falls apart. The floorboards break, and you fall, and you are going down the rabbit hole. You're falling and falling, just down this huge tunnel heading to nowhere. And as you're going down there, you can see the White Rabbit with his big old clock and his little waistcoat kind of floating along with you. He doesn't look as friendly as the one in the cartoons, though. He looks a little bit more like the Jan Svankmajer, if everyone's ever seen that one, the Czech stop motion Alice in Wonderland.
I've seen it. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's very creepy. What it means, he looks kind of taxidermied. It's like a taxidermy rabbit. It's kind of falling apart. He's kind of threadbare. He's got those like big, glass eyes, and he's just sort of like watching you and like kind of tapping his clock, and he's like, "I'm late. You're late too, but you have a chance to get to where you're going." Speaking in your mother's voice too, by the way, for extra weirdness. Yeah.
It's ultra creepy.
He's just saying, give you a hint, darling. You gotta fight it. Fight this
what?
and break everything around you.
What?
Everything here and break free.
I don't know what you're saying.
You have fallen through, and you sort of wake up, and you're in this weird, distorted garden, surrounded by a whole bunch of giant playing cards. They're all looking down at you, and they're being like, "Come on, time to come see the queen."
I'm gonna push them away and try to go in the opposite direction.
All right.
Stay away from me!
Ooh, okay, give me a directly engage.
Oh, great, now I roll well.
Uh-oh.
Yep, nope, that's a 3.
All right, so the cards... Why do you think you mess up with that very low roll? 3's about as low as you can go.
Pretty much. Yeah, so she's freaking out. She just saw the rabbit. She's hearing her mom's voice. And all she can see are those jaws closing in on her. And the cards kind of look like they're going to smash into her. And so she, falls backwards. And so she's, completely prone.
Okay. The cards sweep down. They're pretty big. They're, like giant-sized cards. They pick you up. Somehow, because they're totally flat. It's a weird dream, and they carry you along down the grass. And now, let's return to you two, back in that wonderful suburban house.
Okay.
You're both sitting on Paragon's knees as this weird demon dad is kind of facing you. And he says, well, it's been a while, hasn't it, since this family has been together. Not my fault. I'm just going to put that out there. But hey, I'm willing to make amends. I want to make us a picture-perfect family yet again. That's why I collected you. And now, I've got you, or at least part of you.
Yes, I'm very worried about the rest of me, Father.
What's happening?
Well, right now it's unprotected and my body's lying in front of a madman.
Oh, don't be embarrassed. You can tell your dad anything. In front of a madman, you say? You mean Jabberwocky?
Yes.
Oh.
Although he does have a device to communicate with you right now. Perhaps
he
you
does.
could do something about him, Father.
I
Perhaps you
could.
hurt the madman.
Well, the thing is, he didn't take it to communicate with me. I mean, we've talked. I speak to quite a lot of madmen, and let me tell you, he's one for the books. And the laugh track goes on. But he's really more of a messenger. He was really just getting the demon's eye for someone else, and I've already kind of used it to make the right contact. Now,
Are you talking about the Crimson Empress, Father?
oh, her? We go way back. But no, it's not her. You'll find out who it is soon enough. But because he's going to pave the way for my arrival. I just got, we made a deal, I'll say. But the thing is, with humans, they talk a big game about honor, loyalty, justice. You went around them, you know their values. The truth is, they throw it all away in a second if it means they can get a little bit of power. I just dangle the promise in front of them, and they go for it. And once the doors open a crack, I seep in. And believe me, I can make quite a mess. More laugh track. So here's what I want to know from you kids. When I show up, are you going to carry my banner through the streets?
Father, as you know, one of us will and one of us will fight you, and we don't know which of us is which yet.
In the meantime, I can go back and make sure that she's fine.
Well, I do like that. I certainly wouldn't want anything to happen to her, especially as situation intensifies. So, perhaps I'll send her back, but I want to make sure of something. And as he's saying this, his visage starts to change a little bit, and the dad mask begins to slip a little, and the weird swirliness increases. He's like, "You've been among those humans for a long time. I'm worried that you've gotten a little soft. Let's just say that you want to play a game of catch with Dad. I gotta make sure your arms are strong." And that word gets kind of like drowned out a bit. And then this wonderful 1950s sitcom starts to fade away. And both of you guys are caught in this cosmic sort of whirlpool, this swirling funnel of shadowy light zooming downwards towards oblivion. And you are both kind of falling down and stuck in this. So he wants to see you get out of here. What do you do?
Well, first, we make our way towards each other.
Yeah.
Using I would assume, our telekinesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so definitely you're able to connect with your minds, and you can...
Well, telekinesis is...
Oh, right, I'm thinking telepathy,
I'm
telekinesis.
Pushing myself towards her.
Yeah, Michael doesn't know what these complicated words are.
Yeah, I throw out a psychic construct rope to you, so to like aid in it.
Okay. Alright, so you're able to grab the rope. Okay, but you're still in this sort of gravity well being warped downwards.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Here's where I'm confused. Am I just a mental projector, or am I somewhat physical? Like, what is
It's
going on?
very difficult to say.
Okay.
You're sort of mental projection, but he's kind of physical. But then again, maybe he's not.
Right.
I mean, you're dealing with something that exists outside the boundaries of the laws of physics, so...
Okay.
If her constructs are working and my telekinesis kind of guided me towards the construct, then I'm gonna go with we can use our telekinesis to get out of here.
Okay.
Is that a possibility?
It is. I mean, I'm just saying gameplay-wise, you can just use, like, your playbook as you normally do. Like, Venus has been doing that as well, even though she's also technically hallucinating.
Or we can just portal out.
We could portal out. We could also...
Oh, that probably won't work.
Right.
Because portals for, like, you're not in our dimension anymore.
This is some sort of, like, energy, though, right?
Yeah.
That's around us.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to focus on pulling the energy into myself and using my vitality absorption.
Okay. So why don't I give you can do unleash your powers.
Okay. What's our group thing that we can do?
The fastball special. I will.
Oh, that's overwhelming.
Yeah, but that's not for that.
Okay.
Okay, that may come up soon.
Okay. 7.
Okay. So you do it, but it is going to be a little temporary.
Okay.
So what happens is you were able to. So you're trying to absorb this kind of void.
Yeah, I'm trying to absorb, like, you said it's like a swirling sort of thing, right? So I'm trying to absorb that into myself.
Okay. So you were able to sort of you suck it all through. You do a lot of absorbing stuff, don't you? And as the void goes into you, the darkness rips away, and it's like you're back in that 50s suburban illusion. But now you're not in the house anymore. You are you're on the tree. You're in the tree house outside.
Okay.
You and Cygnus are both in there together. The problem is down below is this dog, and it ain't Lassie. It is you in your strange wolf form.
Gotcha.
And this giant-sized, of course, or maybe you're just small. Who knows?
I mean, the strange wolf is a large creature.
For sure, but it's like absurdly large at this point. And it is nipping at your heels, roaring and trying to force you guys down. And you can see old Dad Paragon is kind of watching through the door, looking at you guys in the backyard, being like, "Oh, looks like there's that new dog you guys got. Wild one, isn't it? Remember, you shouldn't have brought it home if you couldn't take care of it." And more laugh track.
Oh, I'll take care of it.
Whether I accidentally absorbed werewolf essence.
well, I think I can take care of that. And unlike Star, when she uses her physical constructs to make physical objects, he uses them to form ginormous claws at the ends of his hands.
Woo.
And he will jump down to attack the strange wolf that is below.
And I'm gonna assist him by like sort of putting up protective shields between him and the creature as best I can.
Okay. So let's have, I think you're directly engaging. I love you to unleash your powers for that one. You both roll together and we'll see how you
Okay,
do.
I was thinking more of a savior.
Oh, you're defending. Oh, yeah,
I'm
you're right.
defending.
Defending. Okay, yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
So
How'd you
mine's
do?
a 12.
Whoa. Okay, you're taking 2 of those. That top list. How'd you do with the...
Mine is an 8.
Okay.
So on a 7 to 9, it costs you. I expose myself to danger.
Yeah, or escalate the
escalate the
situation. What are you thinking? What happened there?
I probably am going to escalate the situation, which is to say that my character also starts becoming the monster.
So you start turning into the wolf as well. Okay.
Yeah. Does that
All
make
right.
sense?
It does. So you can see, like, as you're battling out with this werewolf and winning, your sister, who is casting these protective barriers, is starting to transform. So as you're beating the werewolf down, above you, she's turning into the werewolf herself.
Well, so for one of those, it'll be resisting and avoiding the blows from the werewolf.
All right, cool.
For the other one, I guess since I can't really do the giving her an opportunity since she's changing, I will take something from them. In this case, it'll be probably their teeth. Just
ripping them free.
take the teeth, the front teeth from the
Yeah.
from that wolf. And as I go to show her, hey, look, I got the.
Yeah.
Now I see she's changing into.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
technically speaking,
damn.
my defenses still work for him, so he doesn't need to spend anything on
Oh.
resisting powerful
That is
blows.
true.
Well, in that case, I will impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition as well, which will probably be by ripping out its teeth.
For sure. And this wolf, it's about had enough. It kind of crawls away, whimpering, just shrinking, getting smaller and smaller, until it all kind of disappears. But now, it's got a copy in you,
Yeah.
who are still sitting in the treehouse.
Yeah.
And your dad, somehow giant size, reach up, picks you up, and takes it down there. And he's like, well, you've changed a little bit yourself, my darling. And he plops you down next to your brother. And he's like, but that's what happens when you hang out with those humans. All sorts of mess they tend to make. Then again, if it wasn't for that mess, they wouldn't be bringing me in now, would they?
No, I'm gonna actually.
Oh.
Hey, well, wait, no, I didn't.
Oh, what are you trying to
I
do?
forgot about my -1. I'm trying to resist changing, but
Ooh,
I didn't.
did not work out. Okay.
Not really. I have to. I got a 9, which isn't really enough.
All right. So Paragon says,
So I just say to him like, "Point me at something to kill, Father."
he's like, oh, that's my girl.
Star, this isn't you. You need to calm down. And with that, I'm going to mark a guilty condition and take a 10+ on piercing her mask to find out what she intends to do, or how I could get her character to change back into
Oh,
something.
okay.
To have her
Basically, you
own
just
little-
need to remove the angry condition from her.
Yeah, you just gotta make comfort and support. Would do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
You want to find somebody to reach
I
her
will
as a
try
human,
some way to
or
comfort his
human
That's
instead of a wolf.
Well, he can do that too.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do the comfort and support. What do you say to make her to calm down?
well, that would be which one's comfort and support? That's
Plus mundane.
mundane.
Yep.
It's an 8, so that's temporary. But sister, I'm sorry I wasn't there, but I'll make up for it. Just calm down, relax. I'm sure you can get a
Yeah.
leash on things.
Actually, it does.
Laugh track.
It actually does allow.
Is that-
Getting that still allows to remove a condition, so I can remove it.
All right, and you start shifting back into your human form. Yeah. Paragon Dadagon? I don't know. Papagon. Yeah. Papagon says, there you go, supporting each other. You see, and he's walking over to like the grill in the corner. I know we've had our troubles, and hey, I haven't been the best father. I'm the first to admit it. But you know what? Now we can finally be a family all over again.
until one of us kills the other one.
Oh, that'll just bring the survivors a little bit closer. So as he starts firing up the grill to get some brats going, we'll cut back to you two as you're making your way through the city. A terrified Blizzwiz is leading the way. How are you? Are you still got the sword at his throat, or are you letting him kind of walk ahead?
I'm gonna let him walk ahead while I have the sword right over my shoulder.
Okay. So you're hitting down the street. He kind of points up ahead, and there's sort of some abandoned kind of I can picture they're warehouses, but they're more like tenements. These are buildings that have been cleared out. They're just kind of exist for derelicts to live in. Eventually be burned down for the insurance money. It's a pretty rough area up ahead. Just crumbling buildings, a wasteland of ruined brick walls, gullies, and that sort of thing. And all around it is shadow, thanks to the blackout. You can't really see too much thanks to the darkness, but Blizzwiz points ahead and he's like, "That's the spot, man. That's where the Mome Rats. That's where they got their little HQ. All right, I've guided you. I've been your Sacagawea. How about letting me go? How about letting the old Blizzwiz blow?"
I thought the deal was getting us inside.
Was that the deal? Don't make me go up there, man. They'll kill me. You just get the sword ready?
Yep.
Okay, he's like, all right, I'll talk to him.
Good.
Blizzwiz walks ahead towards this shadowy wasteland area, and you can see some of the Mome Wraiths creeping their way out of the darkness. Looking. What was that? Oh yeah. Oh, they're outgrave for sure. And the Slithy Toads, don't even get me started. These Mome Wraiths, the sentries, they look particularly kind of crazed. They're all wearing this. They have the same sort of uniform of the white leather, which makes them a little bit more visible, but they're very much hidden in the surrounding areas. And some of them got weaponry. Some of them got creepy looking knives and clubs, all sorts of weird makeshift armaments. They're coming closer and sort of surrounding Blizzwiz, and you can see he's raising his hands. He's saying something to him, but he's kind of lowered his voice. Now, meanwhile, Furious Tiger, while this is going on, you hear a car engine coming behind you. A little bit odd, because this part of the neighborhood, you bring a car, it's going back without its hubcaps.
No.
For sure, yeah.
Well, obviously I'll sort of glance over behind me, see, at least, I guess you could say, assess the situation.
Okay. Yeah, there's an unmarked, just basic, looks like it's totally just an average car meant to kind of blend in. I'm trying to think, like, they didn't have Nissan Sentras back then. I think it's the most generic car around. It's that kind of thing. No, it's not a Pinto. I was thinking that was a Pinto 70s car. Anyway,
Yes.
that is true. But that's what known for blowing up, which this one would not. It's just a very, very basic, nondescript, you wouldn't look twice kind of car.
A Chevy Chevette.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. All right. So roll assess.
7.
You have to pick one of those questions.
Alrighty. It's hard to really come up with some.
I know. You only pick one. We can come back to you if you want to take it.
Yeah.
All right. So meanwhile, Braveblade, as Blizzwiz is talking to these Mome Rats, your sword starts talking to you. It says, "Why didn't you kill him? I was so close to his carotid artery. A little bit more, and he'd be bleeding out at our feet."
No. We need him. Besides, we haven't killed anyone, and I don't intend to start.
You need to. Look at what he's doing right now. You think you scared him? You did. However, but that's all you did.
Did you say this out loud?
Yeah, you're just talking. The sword isn't talking. Yeah, Furious Tiger is like, huh?
Mumbling to
Yeah.
himself.
Okay.
You're just mumbling under your breath. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The sword says, people do dumb things when they're stupid. Wait, what am I saying? People do dumb things when they're stupid? Oh my god. Look, it's been a long day.
Also true.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, accurate. People do dumb things when they're scared. Which, I'll explain some of your actions. Because take a look at what he's doing right now.
Right.
And you can see Blizzwiz, he's pointing at you. And Furious Tiger. And you can now hear he's raising his voice. He's like, they made me do it, man. I tell you, they got it out for your boss. They're coming here looking for the Jabberwocky. I'll bring them to you as a favor. Take them out, give me a nice little reward maybe. A little bit of bread, but they're the ones going after your boss. They made me do it. Now, get them. And the Momras, a particularly broad-shouldered one, he comes out and he's holding a rocket-propelled grenade launcher.
Okay.
And he's like, time for them to meet the Frumerous Bandersnatch.
That's
So
what
I
you
guess-
call it.
You got.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's what he calls himself. He's Bandersnatch.
You can defeat him by just shunning him.
So I
Just
think
shun it.
this is sort of
Just
like
shun
Or is that the Jub Jub bird?
I guess the
You
question
shun the
now
Frumious
is.
Bandersnatch.
Ah, good point. You fear the Jub Jub bird.
So I guess the question
You're-
now for the assess the situation
Yes.
would be
Go back in
how,
time.
How could we best end this quickly?
All right. Okay, out to the people in the car. They want you, and they sort of want you alive. The Momras want you dead. So these two forces could be at odds if you play it right.
Now this.
So okay.
So what do you do with this new info? Because you kind of do. So these guys, yeah, they're here for you. They're here to kind of. They want you alive. You're no good to them dead.
So I think I will actually. I'm going to try this. I'm going to speak to basically say to the people in the car, I know you want me alive, but the people in front of me, they don't. So unless you do something about it, I'm probably going to perish, and that would be no good to you.
Okay. And at this moment, out of the car, several arms holding automatic weapons pop out and fire a few accurate, rapid shots, booming out past you into the Momrats. Bandersnatch, he takes a shot to the shoulder, his RPG goes wild, and it blasts into the street close to you, but not hitting you. You're not taking. Thanks to that, you're not taking a powerful blow from that rocket launcher blast. The back door opens, and a large, hairy individual comes out who you do recognize. You've seen him around the camps. He was known as Comrade Sauvage. He, even though the French were forced away from Vietnam, he kind of kept the name that the French gave him because he's been fighting the various forces that have tried to capture Vietnam and also in various Vietnamese civil wars for a very long time indeed. He is a Batut-Tut, which is like the Vietnamese Bigfoot. This is sort of a real legendary creature. So he's kind of he's not as big as the Bigfoot you might know. You're not gonna find him eating some Jack Link's jerky. But he's very strong. He is dark fur, good for blending in with the night. He's wearing a basic sort of soldier's jacket, and he's got a cigar in his hairy fingers that he's kind of smoking as he steps out of there and lowers his rifle. And he's like, Tiger, or he calls you by your actual name. And he just says, Comrade, this is who you're living with now?
These guys are with you?
Americans over there?
Not anymore.
Perhaps.
I've left As you know, I left the Ghost Division many years ago.
And now you come over here where people dress like that and act like that. No wonder they lost. They have no these Americans, they have no stomach for any kind of fight, as these foolish children are about to find out. Come on, join me. How do they say? For old time's sake? And he goes up to stand with you. The Mobrats, at this point, Bandersnatch is hurriedly loading another rocket into his RPG. Braveblade, what are you doing? The rest of his goons, they're coming out, and Blizzwiz, he's switched sides. He's powering up another icy blast, ready to strike you guys. Yeah.
Now, I am just angry.
How have we not killed Blizzwiz yet?
You only see him. You haven't defeated yet.
Good.
Yeah, don't
He tends to run
speak
away.
too soon.
He tends to run away.
Yeah, he's a coward.
A dirty coward.
For sure. And he does kind of betray you,
Who
so
hasn't
Braveblade.
feared me
What do you
properly.
do? Oh, okay. What's going on?
I'm gonna be the monster.
So what does that look like as your what kind of action is that? And then we'll describe the other part of it.
I'm going to point my sword directly at... What was his name? I'm so angry I forgot his name already.
Blizzwiz or Bandersnatch?
Blizzwiz.
Yeah, it's a dumb name.
That little whiz guy.
That little whiz guy.
I just point my sword at him and say, "You first."
Ooh, all right. So
And
roll.
then I come for him.
Whoa. Okay, roll Unleash the Monster.
8.
Okay, this is the same as your. So Unleash the Monster. It's been a while since we used that one.
Yeah, it's from Transform.
Yeah, it's a transform move. It lets you use, I think, Freak for directly engage.
Yeah, so on a hit, they are thrown off and make themselves vulnerable to me, or they flee. So, and I also have to choose 2 of these conditions.
Okay.
I either frighten others I had not intended to scare, I hurt someone or break something I shouldn't have, or I feel like more of a monster afterward. Mark a condition, GM's choice.
All right. Well, let me tell you what happens to Blizzard with your sword. It's taken away his hands. He's like getting the ice ready to go, and your sword just goes swooshunk. Those hands fly away. And Blizzwiz, he's just like shrieking, falling down. He's kind of trying to ice over the wounds, but he's out of the fight for sure.
As you
It's-
can see, Savage, the people I associate with are not as useless as they seem.
And
So I see.
That's
I'm
also
just-
our motto.
The people I associate with are not as useless as we may seem. Generation Hero.
Not as
all
useless
the
as
while,
they seem.
I am just laughing over it.
Yeah. It's terrifying. And Comrade Savage says, that may be so, but like most Americans, they're in love with their bloodlust. And at this point, something strange is happening to you, Braveblade. The sword's glowing, and then you start glowing too. Strange runes are starting to glow out and appear on your skin. It's the same. The sword is glowing with the runes as well, and it's kind of like the same runes in the metal are repeated on your sort of your forehead, the side, your cheeks, kind of your forearms, just glowing a bright silver against the darkness of the night.
Well, this is a new situation.
So that's
sure.
why you wanted to kill somebody so badly.
And the sword, it's not saying anything right now, but it's really enjoying this. You can tell. So Venus, I'm sorry it's been a little while. We're getting back to you, and you are now brought before the Red Queen, a very large playing card, the Queen card, still flat like the others, though it's got painted in that classic bicycle card style, your mother's face, and she is looming over you. The other cards bring you closer, and this mother card is looking down and being like, "There's my little girl."
See, if this was anybody else, she could use her pheromone powers, but it's weird because that's her mom.
That's
so
true.
She can't do that.
You have to find some other way out of this. Remember, the White Rabbit said you gotta fight it. You gotta find some way to break free of this
Okay.
this hallucination.
So I wanna. Okay, so she's like hovering over me. I'm going to try to punch her in the face. Like, get away from me! You're not my mother!
Ooh, okay, give me a directly engage for that one.
Alright. Oh, that that is an 8.
Nice. So you're picking one from that list.
Okay. Okay. I don't have allies, so I can't create an opportunity.
Yep, no allies.
I mean, technically, my body's probably right next to your body right now.
I guess I'll take the.
Oh, I do? Oh, wait, I cleared a condition.
I'll kind of take half of the illusion away, like take their power over me.
Yeah,
away.
good point. Going a bit broader than just
Yeah.
this illusory card.
Right.
And more talking about the whole situation. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So, as you're doing this, the illusion's starting to fade. Like you realize you're lying down in this kind of green shag carpet. It's not grass you're lying. It's a weird shag carpet kind of thing, and you can see dim light above you. It smells really bad. A very much unWonderland sewer kind of stench is reaching your nose. You can see hints of the outside world around, but you're still seeing that card. It rears back and looks close to you, and then she's like, "I knew you were always on his side. You were never mine. You were always different."
Why would you say that to me? I mean, you're not my mother. Stay away from me. You killed him.
Whoa. And then she's like, "Maybe I should have finished the job. Off with her head." And she's coming in for another blow. So wait, what are you doing?
I guess so. I'm lying on the ground,
Yeah.
but I still see her.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything around me?
There's like grass. You can see there's a bit of some. Maybe it's like in the real world, it's like a lava lamp just kind of sitting next to you.
Okay, so we're still in the same room.
You are,
I
yes.
don't see her. I just kind of like still
You can
in my
kind of, if you
area.
look over real close, maybe roll assess situation. We'll see how much of the.
You can see a tripped out creepy wolf.
Yeah, a tripped out creepy wolf.
So that's a 12.
Whoa! All right, you're asking 2 from that list there.
Okay. So what here can I use to get rid of this illusion? That's the first question.
Okay, I would say, actually, a way to get rid of the illusion is if you could meld your kind of alien mind powers with hers. Because remember, you have to do more than just wake yourself up. You got to wake her up too. And maybe getting out of your illusion could mean going into her illusion.
Okay. So, all right. So I have telepathy, and so I'm gonna just aim at her and be like, "Wake up! Wake up!"
All right. So as you're doing this, your hallucination. So I'm not saying illusion every time. Illusion. Your hallucination changes. The rabbit hole opens up under you, and you fall through that one again.
Oh yeah.
But this time, you fall for a little bit. That weird white rabbit is floating around kind of behind you, and says like, maybe now not in your mother's voice, now it's in like Strangel's voice, being like, "Keep doing it. Keep fighting. You'll break free."
Keep doing it. Keep fighting. You'll break free.
In that exact intonation.
So then I have the second question as I'm falling. So I'm gonna ask the rabbit. So how can we end this whole thing?
And what it says is, the forces against you thrive on chaos and hatred. The way out is through your friendship.
It's through our love.
And it fades away, and this rabbit hole deposits you in their illusion. You kind of fall out of the sky, and you plop right in their yard with Cygnus and Strangel.
But I fall gracefully.
Oh, absolutely, of course, very gracefully.
Dad, my friend Venus is here. Can she stay for dinner?
Oh, of course. And he like looks back, and he's like, maybe we'll put her on the grill.
Friend.
Oh, okay. Hello, friend.
This is my brother. I've told you about him.
Ah. But I'm like, I see you, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna go over and hug her.
Ooh, so when you arrive, there's like that applause, like, a great new character has just appeared in the sitcom. Yeah! And when you say, I don't know if you guys heard it, but when you mention that your friend's over for dinner, Paragon turns around and he's like, "That's great. Maybe we'll put her on the grill." Yeah, awkward laugh track, perhaps. He's getting a bunch of nasty knife. He's like hold the apron. He's getting some butchering blades coming over, and he's like, "Come on, kids, don't be greedy. There's enough to go around."
That is my father. Don't look him
Hi.
straight in the face. It might make your mind melt.
I'll just keep looking at you.
That's a better idea.
This is a weird place. I don't
Well,
know.
you look at me. Right? She's
Yeah.
well, she's the fur bones, man.
It is.
For sure.
Naturally.
So what are you guys doing as a group as Paragon is whistling a little bit as he's heading over to start dicing up Venus?
I'm not certain if we are actually here or if it's only our minds that are here.
Only our minds. We're still in that room.
Maybe if we can combine all of our powers together, like I can do something to give us both telepathy as well, and maybe all together we can do something to get out of here.
Wait, does this mean I'm in that room too?
I don't know.
I don't know, but you and I are connected. Perhaps it'll bring your physical form into the room with me.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
Yeah. So I mean, since she has telepathy, obviously telepathy is a thing that I can steal for a power. So I'm going to go ahead and mark a doom track to give both him and I telepathy as well. and we can
So
all-
it carries over. All your minds are connected now.
Yeah.
And what do you do to kick this illusion in the pants?
I'm following your lead because you're more experienced with telepathy. But whatever you do, I'm assisting with.
Okay.
Which I don't know what the mechanic is dice-wise, but
Also, I totally forgot what we were supposed to do.
What? The white rabbit.
I forgot what the white rabbit
Okay,
said.
it's friendship.
Okay.
It's your closeness.
I was so excited to see a
Oh,
friendly
that's good. You
face.
forgot the one way to get out of this nightmare. All right. Yeah, it's friendship.
Roll to see if I remember. Yes. So let's just hold hands and sing Kumbaya, and hopefully it'll get us out of here.
Venus, can I ask you a question since I'm being vulnerable with you right now?
Sure.
Do you think there's any hope for me to succeed against my father?
Yes.
Ah.
Because I will be fighting right there with you.
Ooh. All right, and with that, you can tell the illusion's already starting to fade. Like Paragon, he's like just walking in place, and he's somehow not. Yeah, he's somehow not getting closer to you.
He's a sim.
So yeah, it's like that. Simlish. Yep. So what do you do to start to finally get rid of this hallucination to finish it off?
So I guess I'm just gonna say, okay, we gotta close our eyes and just picture the room that we were in. It smells really gross, but it has green carpeting. There's a lava lamp, and there's
I can see it.
yeah. And we
I
just-
picture you
just gotta-
picturing the room.
I can see it as well. I remember the room now, even though I was in a rage when I was last there.
Yes.
All right, everybody, roll unleash your powers. Kind of like a group check. How'd you do? Look like you did pretty good.
Unleash your powers is free, right? So
Yeah.
13.
Okay, you wake up. How about you?
7.
Okay, you're gonna wake up. How about you?
10.
All right, you two wake up first. I guess. Why do you think you were able to send your friends ahead of you into wakefulness?
I think I was still a little tired from the transportation into their world.
Mm-hmm.
I was just still kind of like, I don't know if I want to go back. Maybe this will fail.
Ooh, okay, so yeah, you two wake up. Somehow your body is with her in the real world. Like you said, your physical form followed your astral
This
form.
carpet is green.
It is. I think it's almost like he phases out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're both there.
And now you're both lying on the ground in front of Jabberwocky on his fake mushroom decoration with his hookah.
Friend or foe?
I guess I'm the wolf again now.
No, you are not.
I'm
she
not.
soothed
I'm
you, or
myself.
he
I've been
he
soothed.
soothed you, so the
Okay.
wolf has changed back
Okay.
to you. Yeah.
Foe.
Well, then you will.
I'm
Ooh.
gonna go
Claw out.
vitality.
All right. Yeah, he's surprised. He's like he was about to take a nice long drag of his hookah when two of his victims wake up.
Yeah.
And you're following them into wakefulness. So you're gonna wake up just a second later. So, Cygnus, what do you do?
He will grow his construct claw and claw at Jabberwock.
Okay, you need to directly engage. Do you want to wait to see what he does, Strangel?
Let's see. Why don't you go ahead and do adult move to overwhelm a vulnerable foe with the
Well,
fastball
is he
special.
vulnerable?
No,
Oh, he's
Consider
not
him vulnerable?
vulnerable.
He's not
yet,
vulnerable
so we'll
now.
have
But
to-
how'd you do? How'd you do?
With that's an 11. So
Okay, so you're taking 2 there.
we will.
I'm going to defend him while he's attacking.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll wait for that to see if I have to resist or not.
All right. So which one? Yeah, which ones are you picking? Oh yeah, sorry. Let's do. We'll do the defend then.
Let's see. That's +2, so that is a 9.
Okay.
So that means I expose my. We'll say I escalate the situation by getting angry. So
Which means you turn into the wolf.
maybe if I don't resist it. See
Okay.
what happens.
All right. So let's have you do first, then we'll do the resist roll for the wolf.
Well, that still succeeds though, right?
It still succeeds.
Okay,
You're still
so then-
defended.
Yes.
Okay,
You're
so-
I
protecting
just got
his-
so overly enthusiastic in it because I hate this dude that I got angry.
Yeah, he's going for like the revolver at his side as you're charging him, but thanks to her energy shields, his bullets are not going to touch you.
Well, I will, at that point, not that we're going on a theme here, but I will take his hand that has the revolver
Oh.
with my psychic construct of these just huge, ginormous looking, I would say 3 or 4, about 3-fingered claw because, you know,
Ooh,
it just
brutal.
looks better. That just grows out of him and he chops that hand off while impressed,
my hand,
surprising, or
man.
frightening. Let's go with frightening the opposition.
Yeah, he's terrified.
So as he chops that, you will look at him straight in the face and say, "You don't hurt my sister."
Yeah, he's gone. He falls back off the mushroom. He jumps up and he starts running his way out.
Okay.
And he's like, they're waking up. Call the Crimson Empress. Have her send some of her guys over. It's all going wrong. And he's running and running.
By the way, I get to
You wake up at this point, Venus.
Okay.
I get to mark potential
Oh, nice. Okay.
because I
Oh,
just,
because you're a wolf.
yeah, she just totally wolfed out. So all of a sudden she's like twice as big, has all the extra arms, like extra eyes, and she is charging.
Right after him. Okay.
I thought we just undid that.
So she races ahead after him, leaving you two in there.
I can lend you a hand.
I thank you.
Can we do the?
Is the
Fastball
demon's eye
special
still
now?
down?
It is. You're just lying there on the grass.
All right. I'm going to grab it.
Okay, so you got the demon's eye now.
Yes.
And he places the
Strangely cool.
hand in one pocket and the revolver in the other.
Oh, sure.
Like it's,
just say,
not a
take-
big deal.
Yeah, just take that hand. It might come in
Nonchalant.
handy later.
Instead of eyes, we collect hands.
Oh, wow.
What?
He's only got
That's all
2.
special.
Can we
Go for
tell, like, if it was used or?
Why don't you roll such situation for that one?
No.
8.
All right, you can ask me one question.
Okay. It's not really.
Yeah, I mean,
Question.
if it was used, I guess you can. I don't know. You can ask me if it was used if you want to.
Okay.
Or is there maybe there's another one that can reveal more to it?
Yeah.
That you want to go for instead?
But here can
I
use
guess-
to see if it was used.
I mean, you could ask that. What here could you see if it was used? Because I got an answer.
Or who was it used to communicate for?
Okay. I'll tell you this. It wasn't used by Jabberwocky. Again, he was the messenger. He kind of bounced the message from Paragon, hit the mirror, went to someone else. It was someone in the city, though.
Okay.
All right.
So now that I have this, I'm gonna try to do like a shield of pheromones. So like people won't really I kind of shiver in and out because they like smell and they're like, oh, I don't know if I see her.
Ooh,
Because now
okay.
that I have it.
Yeah, so you've ran ahead, but you two are still together.
Yeah. So.
And then you got that shield going.
So does that mean if I'm so far ahead of you, then maybe we can't do
we
the
can-
fastball special?
We should be able to still do
Eh.
it.
Well, at this point,
Because it's a coordinated fighting maneuver. So if you're not with me,
yeah.
No,
I'm
because
not-
you said he was running out, right?
Yeah, he's got a bit ahead too. He's in total adrenaline panic mode.
Okay.
With this world, so I'm gonna say you two are kind of separate from her.
Okay.
So you're running along after him, and he is he keeps on going for a bit.
can I roll to attack him?
He's a bit ahead of you. He had a bit of a head start, And because you're in like wolf mode, you're not quite able to zero in on this particular target because some other targets are coming in too, which are as he runs past some other Momrath guards who are just kind of hanging out. He's like, "Stop her! Stop her!" And they start going their guns.
Anything
trying to
that
slow
comes
you
near
down.
me gets killed.
Okay, well then we going down. Let's do it directly engaged for these guys.
Okay, well,
We're just like 3 simple Momraths with
Because
shotguns.
because she's Strange Wolf now, she doesn't directly engage threats anymore. This is something Eric came up
Oh
with.
yeah, I want to make sure we got that
Yeah.
shout out. Yeah,
So,
big thanks to Eric.
thank you,
Discotech
Eric.
from last episode.
So now instead of directly engaging, she's aggressively engaging. So on a hit, I cause significant damage to the target. Basically, she doesn't, it takes away the opportunity to defend myself. Like, I do not resist powerful blows, so I'm just trying to do is kill.
Okay.
So, holy crap. I definitely hit, because that's a 12.
Wow. All right. So you're picking 2 without that.
So yes.
Without resisting.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I'm going to frighten others that I had not intended to scare, so this is just scaring the crap out of Cygnus.
Yeah, I'm sure when Cygnus and Venus head down the hallway, what do they see?
Well, because you've got to remember in their relationship, Strangel's the non-violent one. Like,
Sure.
usually she's incredibly opposed to violence and is always doing defense. And now she's just like, her barbed tail just sliced a guy's head straight off.
Oh yeah, it's a charnel house in that hallway
Yeah.
there.
Just look at him.
While she's like, grabbed two of the others with her arms.
Happened to my sister.
Like,
Oh, this is how she's always been.
she's kind of running with one and just repeatedly smushing it, while she's like chasing the others.
You know what, Cygnus, you're gonna take a powerful blow from seeing this horrible thing.
Can I use pheromones to kind of protect him from
Well, let's see how he does with it.
A 6, so that's good.
All right, so he's okay.
Okay.
Why isn't it affecting you? Why isn't seeing your sister?
Simple, because even though that's concerning, that's just my style.
Oh man!
Like, I'm
He's
so
like-
proud. Because
Well
after all,
done.
she's not injured innocent
It's
people.
really
True.
hard to tell which of us is actually the bad guy.
Oh, I know. It's very confusing.
Actually, it's so. I'm so proud of her. I'm gonna join her.
Wow.
That's
Well,
good,
the
'cause
fight's
I do
pretty
not
much
like
over
fighting
at this
alone.
point. So yeah, so you rush in, you join in. Meanwhile, back to you guys.
Yeah.
It is a sort of gunfight
I
brawl.
give you a huge toothy grin.
Ooh, big toothy grin. It's a gunfight kind of brawl thing up on the surface as
So,
Bandersnatch and the other Momrats
Before
are trying to
anything,
shoot
like,
out with you
really-
and Savage.
Yeah. Before Savage and I really get into fighting them, I will say, Savage, I would prefer it if you didn't kill them.
He's like, why? They seem like the scum of the earth.
They are, but I've been with the group that I've been with is more about saving the lives of the innocent. And
That's what
Yeah,
the scream is.
saving the lives.
From below.
Yeah. Oh my throat!
I said saving the lives of the innocent.
Not like this.
And
So this guy is okay, right? I mean, Blizz Kid Wiz.
You mean Blizzwiz? Yeah, he's not dead. He's just handless. He's frozen over the wounds and just lying there passed
Really
out. on the
cool.
ground. Cool.
Kid Cool.
Kid Cool is kind of his mentor. He's just as lame.
and also my time with the monks has really opened my eyes to leaving violence to be a last resort and to leave and the importance of life.
Yeah, he's like, at the moment this conversation seems very academic, but if you say don't kill, I'll restrain myself. But after this we're gonna talk.
I think I can arrange that.
Alright. I will follow your lead.
Right. Don't kill, maim, and horrifically.
Yeah, just horrifically maim.
Oh god, I've never seen so much blood.
Yeah, below it's a Momrat
Hey,
slaughterhouse.
what happens below is not my
You
problem.
guys you know that.
We will cross that bridge when it comes to it. So yeah. Plus, I had no
Save
idea
me
that
the
Cygnus-
Alright.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I'm failing miserably in these.
Mark.
Oh no. The heart like ninja curse perhaps.
And
Okay.
so,
The ninja curse my dice.
Alright, so
Yeah.
So what were you trying to do with that?
I was
before-
basically just sort of running up and sort of trying to incapacitate as many as possible, I guess.
Okay, and why do you think it didn't work out?
Um,
It is still super dark.
It is still, but they are in white.
Yeah, but
So-
still.
I guess sort of in my sort of attempts to more dodge the bullets, I'm sort of being more defensive than offensive.
Okay.
So,
So you were able to kind of avoid taking a powerful blow then.
yeah.
Comrade Savage, he's like joining in. Even though he can wield a gun, he's still a big, strong ape man. He's just like flinging his way across the ruined walls and the piles of rubble and just kind of punching, taking out these mome rats. Braveblade, what are you doing? There's still a few mome rats fighting, including Bandersnatch, who is now, he's kind of abandoned the RPG. He's taken out a heavy machine gun. He's kind of the heavy weapons guy. He's getting ready to spray that crazily over the street.
I'm going after him.
So
I
how do
mean,
you
I'm
take
just
him?
gonna just straight up charge at him, laughing,
Oh god, it's
covered
terrifying.
in runes.
Oh man, Furious Tiger, you might be the least scary of this team here. All right, so why don't you give me directly engage? Unless some other move you want to pull here.
No, directly engage will work. That is a 15.
Whoa! All right, so pick the 2.
Okay, so I'm going to frighten him, of course,
For sure.
into submission,
Yeah.
and I am also going to take his fingers.
Whoa.
Just his fingers.
Just his fingers, not the whole thing.
All right, so what does that look like? It's
So-
like maybe don't demonstrate with the sword in the safety
of
of our
course
other.
not.
These fingers?
Yeah.
His trigger,
His trigger fingers, yeah.
like all the fingers on one hand.
Oh dang. Okay. So you just like swing the
I
sword
mean,
down.
he probably just threw the gun right in the air.
Oh yeah, he's dropping that gun for sure. He can't hold it anymore. He's got no fingers on his right hand, and he like kind of falls to his knees, terrified. The insanity scared out of him, and yeah, that Bandersnatch, he's shunned.
How's
just-
it feel?
He's just like, stop, please. He's starting to weep and wet himself. So at this point, the other mome rats,
Open the door to that.
yeah, they're pretty taken out, and you guys can hear screams and shouts from below. And you have reached to the end of a hallway, and there is a trap door leading out of the sewers into this ruined, vacant wasteland area.
I mean, I'm guessing I can smell where this guy's running.
Jabberwocky? Yeah, he's hiding somewhere. He's got up ahead of you. He's somewhere in the ruins.
Okay, I'm gonna track him by my sense of smell, which should be pretty good.
All right. So you're bursting out of the trap door.
Yeah.
Lead on, sis.
Yeah.
All right, Venus, you following then?
I'm
So,
following a little bit.
and with that, at 8:36, the team is reunited. We're all together. You guys have seen him popping out of the door and joining you guys.
Oh, so that's where they went.
Yeah.
I'm still threatening Jabberwocky. Ooh.
Oh, well, not Jabberwocky. We need
more.
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
Jabberwocky's hiding somewhere in the shadows.
Oh, we'll find him eventually.
And the sword is just like, yes. Looks like some of your friends. Maybe not as pathetic as I previously thought.
Just in time to ask. Friends or foes?
Friends, Furious Tiger, Brave Blade, a very nice sword.
Do I hear him?
Really?
say
Yeah,
this?
yeah, you see him.
Really, the sword is what's important.
Oh, I heard that.
Hello, Tiger. Blade?
Nice to see
Sword?
you too.
You must be Cygnus. The large monkey man is sort of with me. Leave him alive.
Oh, the Wendigo.
We need to
Indeed.
talk.
I think we do. He's like, we seem to be okay for the moment. I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
We need you back. Our country, we thrown off after so much war. We are finally free. We're a nation. We are a nation at last. The French are gone. The Americans are gone. Their puppets in the South are gone. But I think our struggles might not be over. There's wars. There's always more conflict. Up north, the Chinese who taught you, they've always wanted our land. They might come down and try and take it. And the Laotians, the Cambodians, they're greedy for their borders as well. And these Americans, they never do quite know when to quit.
But I've never fought one of him before.
Well, I think you should be glad of that. Perhaps I'm glad I haven't fought one of you. Trust me, I've fought enough. We need you back.
My
We're
still
willing.
clawed hands.
We are willing. I've talked to some of our comrades in the party. We're willing to extend an amnesty if you agree to come back home.
Venus is looking at this exchange, and the ape guy, the way he's talking, kind of reminds her of her father. And she has some daddy issues, especially after that whole thing.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure that brought that back to the surface.
Can we say that I've talked with her about my past?
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah. You've been together for a while now. You probably kind of, and you might have mentioned your past to him as well,
Yeah.
or not. If you remember,
I don't
your super
remember.
secrets.
I basically, as part of my relationship.
Honestly, my character only stopped long enough to introduce you guys and is back to tracking Jabberwocky.
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna to you. You're gonna track. You're gonna find something else in a
known
second.
all of you for about a day.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
Which means I'm running
Well,
after
no, you were hanging out in her
yeah.
netherworld.
It's probably been
The
Same
some
council
time.
between
time.
the stars.
Yeah, you guys were chilling there for a while. So
Okay, so like a week.
yeah, I'll say that's fine. Good fast mind to come up. So what are you planning here, Nick?
So, in my time with the monks, I've learned that violence, while sometimes is necessary, is not always the answer.
And also,
Violence is always the answer.
Yeah, you hear it shouted behind you from somewhere in the
And like my
shadows.
friends,
I mean, it's sometimes the answer, but not always.
Now I understand, brother, why you always said violence is always the answer.
Clarence Savage is like, give peace a chance, huh?
yes, and while we can't always predict what people will say, I need to stay here.
Give me a provoke.
Okay.
Because he does. I mean, he's sort of like maybe fighting alongside is kind of not so good.
More potential.
All right, he's like
Level up.
I did level up.
he says, I do see your point, but it always seems like that's something that is said by the powerful, who have the luxury of power. And then, when it comes down to it, your friends, like most Americans, say one thing and do another.
I'm not an American.
Ooh, Lucy, what are you doing?
I wanted to use my pheromones, so basically, I don't trust him right now.
Okay.
So I want to use the pheromones to kind of like make sure he can't cause me can't cause me any harm or take the demon's eye.
Okay, give me an unleash your powers.
Nobody knows you have the two.
Right.
Strange Wolf.
exactly.
You're gonna discover something new in a second too. So how are we doing with this the pheromones?
So
I
that's
just
a
want to clarify
13.
we're not Americans.
Whoa. Okay. So you're hitting with a big
Yeah, it's a
big
wave.
blast of these pheromones, and he's thanks to that he's calmed down a little bit. He's like, well, I do. This country does have some nice things about it. Something in the air, perhaps, as he's like looking into this blacked out, burning city full of sirens.
There is hope.
He says, Tiger, or Furious Tiger, or whatever you're calling yourself now. My offer remains, come home. Even if your new values of peace, there's many who would agree with you. We have our enemies in the party. There's those who are so used to war they'll never try something else. But we need to build a future. We could use people like you. Meanwhile, Strange Wolf, while you are sniffing around for Jabberwocky, you don't smell him, but you smell something else. Something dead. Or undead.
Okay.
It's sort of in the air for a little bit, and then it lands amongst these ruins. You catch a glimpse of him dashing by.
I charge it.
Okay.
Just to clarify, I'll have been chasing her as well.
Alright, so you're following the werewolf. What it is, or who it is the reinforcements from the Crimson Empress that Jabberwocky called for. Asked some of his acolytes to phone up as he was racing away. And it is Jackie Midnight, the vampire goon who caused you guys the villain, so much trouble. He's back from LA. and this is his first stop, I think,
Okay.
which is to try and take care of you. But because, or actually, we'll see who gets the drop on who. Roll directly engage, and we'll see what happens there.
Oh, I'm rolling.
Still in your werewolf form, of course.
Yes. Oh, we can do the fastball special now.
Oh yes, you guys are together. Yeah.
Well, but he has to be vulnerable. So
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not
yeah,
vulnerable.
sorry.
He's fresh to the
he's
fight.
not vulnerable.
Okay,
Yeah.
not yet. Soon. Okay, so I'm going to aggressively engage a threat without care for my own safety. And let's see. Okay, so that is an 8. So that means I do cause significant damage to the target.
Okay.
That is one of the things. So I'm on him and ripping him apart.
All right. He's a vampire,
All
so
right.
he's pretty. He's a
I know,
tough vampire.
He's a tough dude.
But you're damaging him for sure.
And I have to do 2 things. So I'm going to say I frighten others that I no. I'll say the opposition gets an opportunity,
Okay.
and I will say that I hurt someone that I didn't mean to, which is going to be my brother.
Oh.
Like
so-
while I'm charging him, my tail whips out and slices
folk.
across.
All right.
I'm not used to having a tail yet, so it just
Ooh.
the
Cygnus.
counterbalance kind of whips out and goes right across.
All right. You were taking a powerful blow.
No.
The rest of you guys hear this
You're
No,
fine.
I'm not.
scuffle occurring in the middle of this ruined building.
Oh, great.
So Jackie Midnight, he reels back. He's been up and he's like, a fucking werewolf. First a bunch of some ninjas, and now this.
Do I
Midnight.
look like a regular werewolf to you?
What you look like, sister, is a tasty snack.
And what you look like is another pair of teeth from my collection.
Whoa! All right. You're taking powerful blows. He's going to bite you, and
Right.
you can directly engage him as you rush him from the side.
Sure.
Oh, damn. Let's see. I badly screwed that up.
Oh no! All right, what's happening there?
I don't
Yeah.
roll defend. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Well, okay, too late.
Oh, I'm going to lose control of myself and my powers in a terrible way.
Oh no! And you're
So-
attacking everybody, I guess.
Do I also have to mark a condition? No. It's just...
Yeah.
this is-
The top list is just the one. Okay.
It's just the one. Choose one. I'll lose control of yourself or my powers are powerful. So all of a sudden, the whole place is flooded with psychic constructs of Strange Wolf, and they are attacking everything. It doesn't matter, friend, foe, innocent bystander, everything's getting attacked.
I'm
Within
gonna,
whatever sort of radius you want to determine.
All right. I'll just say it's within this block of ruined buildings.
Oh yeah, I was gonna call on this comrade to like
But
protect me because
Savage,
he's already
uh-huh.
under.
Yeah, he likes you.
Okay, so he's just gonna protect me because I don't.
All right. He's like kind of just shooting and like punching aside the wolves. So he's keeping you safe. Venus, would you like to do something about these wolves and about your friend who is unleashing them all? Or maybe let's have
Yeah.
Brave Blade and
I'm
then,
still directly engaging Midnight.
oh yes. So did you roll for that one? And then we'll have Brave Blade see what you can
Oh,
do.
dang.
So that is going to be a 11.
Whoosh! All right.
And actually, he was already injured,
yeah, he's tattered a bit.
so we could actually fastball.
you could,
special.
yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow
Allow
it.
that?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
in that case, it's overwhelm a powerful blow instead. Same roll, but
All right.
let me see. So that was a 11. So
Yes,
let's
so
just
you're
say
choosing
I
one.
hurt my foe more than I intended because I intended to take his teeth. Maybe I'd take his whole lower jaw.
I'll say so. Yeah, a vampire without a lower jaw
And yeah.
is not much of a vampire.
And the condition I'm marking is hopeless because this is like so out of my control and all
yeah,
these, like,
your powers, it's gone horribly wrong.
my powers have gone horribly wrong and are just hurting everybody.
So Midnight, he's taken out. He's just, you just whoop, his whole lower jaw's gone. He's collapsed, hissing and writhing. But now these strange wolf constructs, they're causing everybody else trouble. They're the main threat now. So Brave Blade, what are you doing in response to this?
Strange wolf constructs, strangle wolf. I think
Strange wolf.
strange wolf.
Yeah, Strangle Wolf isn't cool too, but I think Strange Wolf's what we picked. You guys picked one, sticking with it.
I think I know what must be done. So I'm going to charge directly at Strange Wolf.
Oh no, what are you gonna do?
Knock her out.
Well, I'm gonna have to directly engage that threat though.
Oh no! All
Because
right.
that is my sister.
So you're rushing towards her with a sword.
But I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
directly engage the sword.
All right, I'm gonna kind of slow things down a little
I
bit.
treat you
You're
as three
charging
different people.
you're charging towards her. You're charging towards him. Furious Tiger and Venus, what are you doing?
I'm doing things too.
Oh yeah, well
I was
let's see what
charging
they're
forward.
doing, then we'll get back to you there.
This might be the only way to stop the constructs. I'm sorry.
You
but-
shout out as you're racing towards them, and you're kind of trying to protect your sister.
There's always a better way.
I'm gonna take out my device, which is my little spaceship, which is my pheromone amplifier,
Okay.
and I'm going to aim it just like it's just gonna shower pheromones in the entire area, because I don't know who she is, right? Because there's a bunch of them, right?
That's true. You don't know which one is the real.
Yeah, so I can't really aim
Strange
it,
Wolf,
so
yeah.
I have to like just this whole area. So that also means everyone is gonna get a dose.
Oh, great.
All right, let's roll Unleash Your Powers for this one.
That's a 13.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Whoa! So that amazing roll. So what are you doing? What emotions are you putting? Are you filling
it's-
everyone up with?
It's love. It's the feeling of love.
Whoa!
So it's gonna calm everyone down, and they're gonna love everything else and everyone else.
Love and peace and joy.
Yes.
The sword hates this. It's like,
But I love my sister. That's why I'm attacking.
oh, but now you're
but
It is
now
motivated by
now
love.
you have love for him too.
yeah. Now you're realizing, hey, maybe he doesn't need to fight your sister. And you're realizing, hey, maybe you don't need to stab her with a sword to knock her out. And your constructs are starting to fade away as you're calming down a little bit.
And
Furious
power
Tiger.
craze is
Does
gone.
her thing remove my angry condition?
Let's roll comfort and support to see if it does.
Okay.
No, that would be a 4.
All right, so the constructs are dying down, but your anger is still there.
So-
If I'm calm enough, I'm just gonna reach over and touch her and
Ooh.
negate her power.
All right, let's see what Furious Tiger does, and then we'll give you a chance for that one.
I'm going to try. I'm not the best at this, but I'm going to try and basically sort of direct what I'm saying to Strangel and be like, I know you are the wolf right now, but you have always been Strangel, and Strangel has always been better than a lot of people at many things. And what we need now is the Strangel, and I think that is,
That's comfort and support for sure.
yeah.
Trying to reach the one within the wolf. So let's see how you do. The angel within the wolf.
Hey, but everybody's getting potential.
That's true. You're still. I guess you're just still too wolfing out. Let's hear how your brother does. How do you
I'll
do?
wield my powers to negate her power
Oh,
of
okay.
being the wolf.
All right.
Is that a power,
that a
though?
power, though?
That's
I
more
mean-
of a curse.
Is any of these powers are curses? Whoa. To make the wolf go away, you got to comfort and support.
Okay. Well, then I'll do that.
Okay.
So what do you do to comfort and support her?
Well, just as in that Leave It to Beaver Town, or
Mm-hmm.
Leave It to... Anyway,
Yeah, leave it to Paragon,
sure.
Papagon.
He'll turn back to her and say, all right, hey, you've embraced my... Make the claws go away. You embrace my side, I'll embrace your side, okay? Calm it down, and we'll just see what happens. And that is... Which one? Sorry.
Mundane.
Mundane. Whoops! And by that,
And
I
nothing's
totally no.
Okay.
She's still wolfing out.
Oh.
We'll do one. Okay, sorry.
somebody
Strangel,
else?
Sorry. No. What is Strangel? What are you thinking of doing? Maybe you can control yourself at this point a little bit.
I can't.
Okay. Well, what are you doing here? Are you going to attack one of them then?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the guy that's running at me with a sword.
All right.
Calm down.
You're still taking a powerful blow from that.
Well, I mean, I gotta roll that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Good point.
I might miss. Of course I didn't.
Let's see what you're taking.
So let's see.
And
So-
can I roll to defend?
Mundane a little higher.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, you pick your two. You roll to defend.
I mean, obviously, I hurt someone that
That's
I
a pure
shouldn't
crit.
have.
Yeah, that's him.
Is one of them. And
Sacred.
Wait, that's a
Oh,
secret.
sacred.
Yeah.
Defend is
I'll
sacred.
say that I frightened others that I did not intend to scare. I'll go with I scared the crap out of Furious Tiger because it's like
Yeah,
wow,
you're terrifying.
This thing has utterly lost control.
Cygnus, how did the defend do?
All right, so rolling with Savior, that will be a 11.
Whoa.
But I would assume that since she was jumping at him, I was making a sacrifice to absolve my guilt by stepping in the way of the man I was just about to attack to take the brunt of it. But,
All right.
And just catching.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess the hurting someone I shouldn't have would be.
Yeah, it's him. It's your own brother.
Okay.
Oof.
Here
All right,
conditions
Brave
is
Blade. Cygnus has intervened to save you.
Violence is solving nothing. I am sheathing my sword.
Whoa, the sword's like, wait, no.
Yes. This really hurts, but that's really good.
And he is sheathed.
We're gonna try something different here. What are you afraid of?
Nothing. By the way, did you get hurt?
I don't know. Did I have to roll?
Yeah, you do
powerful
powerful blow. Yeah.
You have to be afraid of something. Otherwise, why are you so angry?
Oh!
Yeah. And I would say you are. Deep down, even in this wolf form.
Yeah, but she's gonna say nothing.
Well, he's really trying. I think you're trying to, not pierce the mask.
I think it would be Pierce the Mask, wouldn't it?
Pierce the mask.
Yeah, I think it is pierce the mask. You're trying to kind of get through this wolf facade and see the truth of it.
And would you be considered the villain right now?
Sort
The
of.
wolf, I mean.
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps for the purposes of if there's a certain villain move you're doing.
Yes.
I would say
wrong
so.
side of the tracks. So I'm gonna pierce the mask on her.
Yeah, that's where you relate to another villain, which really makes sense because you're both kind of cursed. You by her sword, her by her by what she is.
So I rolled a. What is it? Yeah, just a 6. Crap.
Not quite enough.
Not quite enough, but I still
All
get
right.
to
You
ask.
guys do, you do team
one-
points too. This is the climax.
Oh. Well, then team point.
Obviously, you have
point.
3 team points for this point. All right. Thanks to those team points, you
Okay,
pass
so-
that, and you do emphasize with her successfully.
Nice. So how could I get your character to calm down?
You basically just need to soothe her. As like what
Everyone's been trying.
Yeah.
it's
But Kat, what's kind of what's the secret? What's the one thing?
play the Carpenters.
And at this moment,
By the carpenter.
or sing the Carpenters.
suddenly appear
Actually,
every time.
Savage, do you have any Carpenters?
He's like, I got the 8-track in the car. We may have some.
That's good.
Play it.
All right. He dashes back to his car. He plays it, and the soothing sounds of the Carpenters fill this wasteland. And with that,
The creepy ass wolf creature's doing that.
yeah, and the creepy ass wolf creature becomes a slightly less creepy girl creature.
Let me say that clears out the anger.
I think so. Savage is like,
You can let go of my arm now.
so as this is happening, the lights start coming back on. Savage says, hold on, I kind of check in with the news, see what's occurring here. We need to make ourselves a little scarce. Changes the radio, and you hear a news report. And first of all, is Amara Kamen, the crocodile, the Kamen superhero recruited you, saying, I don't know what to expect. I should have expected this. I blame the SOS, and I blame myself for bringing these individuals in. And I just want everyone to let them know that these are 4 highly dangerous people. Do not attempt to engage them. Contact law enforcement as soon as you see them. Repeat, do not engage these people. And the reporter's like, and we're going, and now a statement from the president, who is weighing in on the recent betrayal by 4 rising SOS heroes. And Nixon says, I was more deeply shocked than anybody to hear that these heroes who perhaps could have represented a new future for the SOS betrayed the country, betrayed the very concept of heroism, stealing an artifact from the SOS headquarters, launching an attack on the power grid of Sentinel City and turning the city into darkness. Clearly, these youth embraced a nihilistic, un-American point of view, and they will feel the full point of view of the law. And to my fellow Americans, I say that we are in a dark time, but do not worry. I have made contacts and I have plans in place that will soon bring everything back to a much, much better reality. Thank you, and God, and you can hear it's like a little of this. God bless America. Savage says, I think all of you are fugitives.
We are, but there is something off about this.
What did you guys do? I don't know, but I know I'm going to kick Nixon's ass.
Nixon. This is not Nixon.
No, hold on.
Is anybody currently in the car, by the way?
Savage is kind of in the driver's seat, like leaning over to get the radio.
Okay. I'm gonna throw myself into easy relief by destroying something.
Which is the car?
That was my plan, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right,
So-
and how do you take down this car? Which is how we're going to end with.
Yeah, basically, I will use my telekinesis to get him out of the car. I don't want to kill him.
For sure.
But I just go, I am not an American. And, like, the car, like, he goes flying out of the car, and it crushes down into, like, a tiny little cube.
And
No, let's let her get it out.
well, so much for your getaway vehicle, because now the commander-in-chief has marked you all as enemies of the state.
Yeah, we could have used that.
By the way, I did do it very effectively. I rolled my Unleash Your Powers.
Oh, yeah, that car's gone. And now you'll have to find another way
Guys,
out of Sentinel City.
We don't need a car.
Ooh. And with that, okay. And with you snapping your fingers, that's going to be the final panel of this issue. So,
The question is, does Savage go with us?
I'll say it's up to Kat.
Do we want him to?
Well,
considering
actually,
his
maybe as a team you guys can decide, but I don't know, Scooter, do we
That
have...
might be a good way to
Do we have time
Yeah.
for closing stuff, or...
We have to have
I think we should
have a
just
couple
keep it
questions
for now.
to answer.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll hold off on the closing, the growing closer to the team, or the final stuff.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
We can do that?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
cool,
for it.
cool.
We started
All right.
late, so.
Oh, yeah, good point. It is, yeah. So we'll go around, and we'll go the opposite. We'll start with Michael.
Okay.
Or even for Michael and Mike. Actually, that's his way early.
It doesn't matter.
All right, yeah, I'm the same way. Another Michael or Mike. I like them both. So tell me, for the closing moves, what are you thinking? The end of session. Do you
I
go close
think
to the
I
team?
grew closer to the team. I mean, I met everyone. And there's a tiger who's furious, a blade that's brave, and a sword that talks, and
Yeah, and
a
Venus
girl
Stanford
that just
is amazing for
she's
sure.
amazing. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, he'll grow closer to the team and mark potential
Okay, nice.
since we cleared that condition right up.
Okay, Venus.
So Venus is gonna grow into her own image because before she was a little insecure. Everyone was like, "Oh, there's superpowers and stuff. All I have is pheromones." But it seems like I am the most stable of everyone.
Yeah, despite the horrible past you suffered, you're the one who's holding everything together.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Furious Tiger a little bit too, but your love
trying to.
pheromones.
yeah, my love. You can do anything through love.
Furious Tiger, what are you thinking?
I feel like I might be growing away from the team a little bit, like the slightest little bit. Just seeing all of the violence that has happened.
Yeah, good
with
point.
This group. His time with the monks, they tried to instill that violence should not be the first thing to go for, and so
Yeah, maybe not so heroic after all
Yeah.
for some of these. Okay. Strangel.
She is growing away from the team. The pheromones didn't really work on her, and she doesn't trust that this group is powerful enough to defeat her father. Also, I made no progress whatsoever on defeating my dad, so I'm marking a doom track.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I know.
So-
it's like the opposite of progress.
Yeah,
She's
she
closer to taking
really-
it than before.
It's like now she's pretty convinced that she was probably supposed to be the one. 3. She's pretty convinced that she was probably supposed to be the one between the two of us to stop him, and now she's failed at it and has joined him.
Okay.
So that's how she's feeling on it. Like this werewolf violence influence has caused her to become corrupted to the point that she's going to bring evil now too.
Brave Blade, you no longer have influence over me.
Oh yeah, and I think I already said I removed Venus's influence.
Yeah.
Sorry, Venus.
She's fine with it.
Also her brother showed up, who she's way more attached to than anybody else.
all right.
So.
I've lost a friend.
But maybe you still got your rival, Brave Blade. Which one are you thinking?
I was thinking grown away from the team, but considering what happened at the end there, I'm gonna say he grew into an image of himself. Because not only has he felt the power that comes from the runes, but he's now learned how to deal with a situation without violence.
Yeah, that's true. He was able to resist at the end.
Yeah, deal violence when it's justified, and peace when it's needed.
Good point. Good point. All right, so good end of session all around. Now, I think you said you had some questions.
We did. We have somebody in there just loves to use their table tokens there. So thanks to Prime Factor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been in there. First off, we got to know why is he still Pigeon Prince and when's the coronation?
Was he becoming Pigeon King? It might happen. I would say maybe perhaps like he's not an official prince of the pigeons. You just picked that name because it sounded cool.
And it does.
Self-titled.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh.
He will never be a true king.
Oh, so says the
I don't know.
secret
Maybe
king.
maybe watch long enough. A bunch of
Yeah,
table
you
tokens.
got-
We'll get a coronation for him.
You guys might
Right?
see some Pigeon King stuff happen a little later.
Nobility on
Become a
planet
king.
Earth is all for naught when Paragon comes down and devours the entire planet.
But the kingdom of the pigeons.
I'll put that as an option to buy his royalty. The other one was oh, it's my dog running through here. It says, when does Cosmo guest star?
Oh,
So he doesn't sit still long enough.
Cosmo the hero dog.
He has been on a couple laps on these shows, but no. I think they call it chaotic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think is maybe his
Just
alignment.
chaotic stupid.
But if
Just chaotic canine.
The beacon can get a pet. That's why everything else man had racing brands. Someone wants to make a fun dog named Cosmo.
Yeah,
Could be cool.
maybe we'll have a sit-in or something. We'll do it. Last one though was, how would each of the characters fare in a disco dance battle?
Ooh. Well, what do you think? Maybe we'll start with Cygnus. How does he would he get down on the dance floor?
Well, even not really. He's more of a I guess, in that era, it wouldn't have been known as punk music yet, but some more of the heavier toned music is what he's into.
You know, I bet that our mother has snuck you a Stooges single.
Perhaps. So he's a little bit ahead of his time when it comes to music.
Definitely. What about you, Venus? How would you handle dancing?
It's too quick for her. She's more of like the jazz kind of jazz.
Yeah.
She's more
More
jazz.
slow,
She's more
okay.
like slow, kind of chill, sensual.
What would Furious Tiger be like? What moves would he throw down? Or would he be two left feet despite his grace in combat? He's not a good dancer.
I feel like he'd just basically just do nothing. He'd
Aw.
just sort of just be like.
I thought it was
no.
one of his katas.
He's the guy on the edge, just not dancing. All right, that's okay sometimes. How about you, Strangel?
Strangel would definitely like cut a rug out on the dance floor. In fact, I think that she would probably wear roller skates while doing it.
Oh, for sure. Would Strange Wolf have 4? One for each?
Yeah,
or
like,
6?
I mean, Strange Wolf has 4 arms and 2 legs, so it's still
Oh,
be the
okay.
same number. Luckily,
Right.
she's got adaptive roller skates because all of her clothes are adaptive. So, like, if
Nice.
somebody like pushed her around on the floor and she got mad, like the skates would adapt. Then it would be a literal disco bloodbath.
Oh no.
So,
Ooh, and finally, Brayblade.
Oh, it wouldn't be me dancing. It would be the sword.
Oh man, that sword would get down for sure.
Cutting people down to see and staying alive.
Exactly. I mean, it wouldn't even be me dancing. I'd just hold the sword out and he'd just be dragging me along.
Oh, how sweet.
Just that image of like you hold.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
I do have that answer to your question.
Yeah.
Satisfaction.
Well, we will find
man
out.
of the sword.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching and participating. And as these questions keep coming in on a more frequent basis, we can add different things and different questions in there. So thank you so much, Eric, for chiming in. It means a lot. So make sure and just tune in. We will be here again next Tuesday.
4th episode.
Yep, we will do it again, and this should be really fun. Things are getting a little little intense in these characters. So we'll see what
I swear to goodness,
transpires.
this one wasn't supposed to be a violent character.
Well, now they're all enemies of the state, so we'll see how that
Right.
works out.
Yeah.
You guys are.
So
Would this be considered like the
we
first
are going to
transition
make sure.
into
I
the
think.
80s?
Yeah, for sure.
One of our good friends over local here, Kelsa Delphi, is playing some Monster Prom. So I think there's a few of us still viewing. So if we want to check her out, we're going to go ahead and transfer you over to them. It's called a raid. So we'll get you over there. But while that's happening, we just want to make sure and say thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, pull up a chair and make time to tabletop. Have a good one, guys.
All right, time to tabletop.